That can go there. That gets to go there. Yes. Hey, kia ora. Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling tune-up Tuesday. Woohoo! Yes, I'm a little crazy tonight. I have had an incredible day. So today is Tune-Up Tuesday. This morning we talked about change and the importance of change. The fact it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. And you are not going to change is false, because you will change. You have been changing. You change every single day. You may not notice the changes, but they may be subtle, they may be different. But hey, at one point you were a little babe in mum and dad's arms, and now you're a grown person. How did that happen? Change, just like that. Anyway, so tonight oh my gosh, it's such an incredible day. So I got a very productive day today. It was awesome. Lots of stuff got done. I got some projects off my plate today. And I'm about to get rid of another major project off my plate, which I'm super excited about. Yes. I'm a little crazy right now. I am on such a high. I have just got off a coaching call with a mentor of mine. And basically I was sort of given permission to go create. Now, I've had the creative juices flowing for a while, doing a little bit here, a little bit there. But he gave me some instructions which really hit home with me. Well, not instructions. He gave me some suggestions that really hit home with me. It was sort of like, ooh, I can do that. Oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to follow the norm. I can break out over here. Instead of following the norm over here, I can break out over here and go have fun. Oh my gosh. And stuff is just flowing in my head right now. We're about to take Zeffie for her walk. We're probably going to have a lot of a walk. Thank goodness I have a Bluetooth headset with me, because people are going to watch me walking around talking to myself as I record thoughts and ideas that are just like crashing in on me right now, with creative juices that are just flowing from my little bits over here to being a massive one over here, to the point I was like, oh, I can go play with Play-Doh. and he said, yes, go get Play-Doh. He says, I want you to go get some Play-Doh. So I'm sort of like, there's a Michael's just down the road. Zeffie might have to stay back in the RV by herself for a little bit after our walk. She's not going to be happy, but I get to go get Play-Doh. That's if they have it. I hope they have it. Does Michael's have Play-Doh? I don't even know if Michael's has Play-Doh. Do I order it off Amazon? That's a good question. I'll have to check on that first. Figure that out some too. But it was just such a massive breakthrough on the creativity boundaries and stuff. And basically it was suggested that I don't limit myself on my creativity, just go big, go huge with my creativity and see what happens. I'm sort of like, I like that. Yes. And there was, there's been some sticking points, some things that I have been putting off for certain reasons. And I'm like, well, I've been putting things off, and it's sort of like, look, this is a sticking point right now for me, and I'm procrastinating on it. I just don't want to do it. And I couldn't figure out why. But then as we started talking and going through some of the creative sides of things and all that, it suddenly hit me why I am so resistant to doing this stuff that's over here, because it was stuff Brad used to do for me. He was the logical thinker. He was my structured person. I'm not a structured person. My brain is in too many places at once. It doesn't know how to follow this pattern down here. Like one of the things I'm resisting right now is re-recording a video that I had to do. And I thought, well, the reason I'm resisting recording that video is because it's scripted. The only time I ever did script was on stage. And that was back in high school and youth group and things. So when I was on stage, I was scripted. Yes, I got that. But the lines were scripted, but I had the creativity to go and put my interpretation on how the lines should be delivered and bring the character to life. So even though there was so the script was just a little bit of the structure, the rest of it, I could make the character to be whoever I wanted that character to be. I still remember this one time. It was a play called The Time Machine, and me as a 16-year-old girl was playing a 50-something-year-old man. And that was those days where I was a lot smaller then, not as big as I am now. And I had to have a cushion in the front of me to make me rounded. I was wearing a suit. I had short hair back then. And we were doing a dress rehearsal, and my pillow was missing. And the art teacher says, oh, yeah, it's down in the filing cabinet in the art class. So I'm in full costume without my belly because I didn't have my pillow, and walking through the school, through the high school, because the auditorium's at one end of the school, the art classes at the other end of the building, all in the same building at the other end. So I walked all the way through the corridors, got to there, got my pillow, stuffed it in there, did up my shirt and vest because I had a 3-piece suit on, made sure the tie was straight and everything else, and then walked all the way back through. And I keep getting these looks like, is that a new teacher? You'd hear these comments as you're walking down the hallway. And I get into the auditorium, and I'm getting ready to step up on the stage. And my English teacher, one of the English teachers, I had her for 2 years, 2 years prior to this particular thing. So this was my first year without her. So she had me in her English class for 2 years prior to this play. So I'm walking up the steps, and she goes, excuse me, may I help you? And I had to look at her and go, it's okay, Miss Watson, it's just me, Helen. And she's like, what? So I was in full makeup and full costume. So I could look like a 50-something plus man who was the father of the main character. And yeah, so I could just take those structured lines and I could turn them into being a 50-something plus male in a 3-piece business suit. I was good. I could put my own spin on it. I could deepen my voice so I sounded a little more masculine at the time instead of whatever this was. But that's one thing I loved about the stage is that, yes, even though I had the structured script, I had a lot of creativity available in the character that I could create. And if I went a little bit overboard, I got pulled back a little bit, and that was okay because there's many different directions you can take some characters. And so, but with the structure of reading scripts for webinars and videos and things like that, I don't do that. Tonight I don't even have any bullet points. Normally I have several bullet points written down there, like a couple of words, and everything I do on these lives is off the cuff. So if you've ever watched my lives, everything, all of them are off the cuff. I just go with the flow. Like I'd have an idea when I say, it was like when I used to do my radio shows back on Blog Talk Radio and with my friend Molly. And we would do Traveling with Confidence was the name of the show that we would do when she came on my show. And we would do these like once a month. And we would get on into the studio like about 5 to 10 minutes before the show. No clue what we were going to talk about. And we were literally making up our minds what our topic was going to be for that podcast seconds before we went live. They would be sitting there chatting and catching up. And what do you think we should talk about? Oh, I don't know. Well, we've talked about this. We've done this. And then and I'm like, oh my gosh, we've got 30 seconds before we get on the air. And we would literally decide in that 30 seconds, this is what we're going to talk about. And the whole show would be off the cuff. Everything. So yeah, I've tried scripts. If you want to hear some of the scripts, go back and listen to some of my very first Blog Talk radios that were done with scripts because I would sit there and write it all out and everything else. Yeah, that soon got tossed away, and I learned how to just go with the bullet points and just go off the cuff. So, yes. But when I do have to do presentations and things, I do practice. I still have my bullet points, and I practice, and I keep it kind of around the same thing, and sometimes it gets a little off track, and sometimes it doesn't. But, just go with the flow. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got a puppy that needs walking. I got energy that I need to go and expend in some way. So we're going to go for a walk. The poor puppy I might wear the puppy out tonight. Who knows? And then I might go for a trip to Michael's. Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening. And we will catch you guys back here tomorrow morning for Winning Wednesday. Woohoo! Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Konera.